Mark.
Cut!
You okay?
I would think that people going into Camino would be expecting a certain caliber of action. We almost wanted to like challenge ourselves to try to tell an emotional narrative using action. We wanted the fights to feel very, real. Like I wanted them to be entertaining, but emotionally entertaining. I didn't want them to be like, whoa, ooh, oh, that's awesome, that kind of fight. You want it to be like, oh, shit, oh, damn, that kind of thing,
Perfect. 3, 2, 1, action!
And that kind of goes throughout all the fights.
Lovely.
Cut.
That's a cut.
Nice.
Wow, looks great.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. Lovely. That's lovely. So wait, the cut has one more stack.
We brought on 2 stunt coordinators and fight choreographers, Danny Kim and Craig Davidson, and they worked together and they pieced together some really incredible fights.
He's not gonna even come close to me, so I don't have to worry about getting hit. He's gonna punch, and it looks like he hits me, even though he's super far away.
And then with Nacho and Paco, that fight was crazy, the knife fight.
Just a basic figure 8. It's basically the same move.
It was going to be half in the water, half out of the water. And initially, I think I had this thought of the fight sequences from the movie The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. I watched it. I always loved those fight sequences. I mean, that's William Friedkin. That movie's awesome.
And slow. Go ahead. 1, 2, slice.
Like the more, it's all kind of in the shoulders a lot of times. So when you swipe him, like the more you can, like show, so as if it's yep. Oh, what happened?
You guys double joint.
Nobody did. Nobody did kill me here. I have to use that in the movie.
We ended up coming up with a more, I think, like guttural, a more animalistic version, which ultimately at the end of the day was a kind of a theme, something that I think we wanted to go for. But we had lots of conversations, not just with Nacho, but with everybody.
That's a nice idea.
And then he just kind of rolls up, and then we can do close. You know what I'm saying, Noah? As you see him come up from the blade to his brother.
So the first big fight in the film is the one between Avery and Alejo. But we also knew, since it wasn't going to happen for a while into the movie, it had to be something, brutal.
You got the wrong idea, get up!
It was important that Avery not come across as a superhuman in this fight. You want her to kind of think that, oh, maybe she has a chance. She's only attacking first out of instinct.
For me, it was one of those perfect examples of when I'm combining acting and action, and when that actually they end up feeding each other. It just, for me, is the more I do it, the more I'm recognizing the relationship between the two what I always had as 2 separate types of performance, and actually how when you bridge them, they actually are just the same. It's all performance. Sometimes my acting can rest on my action stuff. If I'm finding it hard to access Avery's fear, then I go into my action side of it, and I can find it there. And sometimes if I'm finding it hard to remember the action beats or keep the energy up in the action, then I rest on my acting, on where the character is at and what's going on for her emotionally. Less about balancing and actually more about combining.
And she's fucked up, and then you can reach over and grab and drags it back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, that's terrible.
Right, no, go here. And he goes,
With the knife?
He sees the camera through the knife.
Yeah.
And psych
Yeah, we need to get, we should run this a button and get really clear, because if he's going to be using the real blade, which you'll want, this needs a lot of safety consideration. But yeah, so if you're back, do like as if you've just come down on me here,
okay.
and then so you're like, and do you want me fighting back at all at this point?
Is this how you wear it? Is this how you wear it?
Yeah.
No, this is how you wear it.
Yeah, mother. Oh! This fight's gonna be badass.
3, 2, 1, action!
Sorry?
Action, Avery!
Sorry. Okay.
3, 2, 1, this! Yes. Stop. Pause.
You know, and I wanted people to think that the fight was gonna go in a certain direction. He takes his shirt off, starts talking about like how invincible he is. I definitely wanted to toy with that and not actually do anything that is sexual in this and see where people's minds instinctively went.
Tell her to open her eyes and don't open your eyes, Zoe.
It's interesting to see how far you can push people in one direction and before, you know, you flip it on its head.